Well, thank you, Chairman. And in addition to celebrating Bring Your Sons and Daughters to Work, we're also recognizing Safe Digging Month. And I just want to say I'm delighted to see all the faces in the audience and how attentive they were today to the public meeting agenda. So great to have the kids with us today. I also want to thank the governor for his proclamation that's entitled Pennsylvania One Call System Safe Digging Month. And in the proclamation, the governor makes mention and recognizes the Pennsylvania One Call System, which is the back office operation that provides all of the notifications to the One Call program. And I just wanted to read two pieces of the governor's proclamation that I think are appropriate here this morning, in which the governor says, whereas the Pennsylvania One Call System, a utility service information center celebrating over 44 years of continuous service in the Commonwealth, is key to preventing injuries and damage when digging. And whereas this unique and vital service, which began with only 6 utility companies in Western Pennsylvania and the city of Pittsburgh, now serves more than 100,000 excavators and 3,600 critical infrastructure owners. So just to indicate the magnitude of the work that the One Call system does in order to prevent damage to underground utilities. So why is that important to all of us? And for those of you who have been here for the last 6 years, I'm sure you understand why it's important to us. This is the #1 threat to underground utilities in Pennsylvania, and in fact across the nation. More than 6,000 hits every single year to underground facilities. So in my mind, the most important thing that we do as regulators is about safety. And this is the #1 threat to underground utilities. It seems logical that we would try to get at that particular issue. And in fact, we have been working on that for the last 6 years. We have a case this morning that I think also underscores the importance of calling before you dig. There's a case here this morning with Rosemont College in which the third-party contractor did not follow the law, and in fact 2 people were injured. This is just one indication of cases that we see on a regular basis where there is some interruption of service to cases where individuals are actually killed as a result of not following the law. So this is a pretty serious matter and one that is certainly important to all of us. I want to again thank my colleagues for their patience. This goes back to an assignment that then Chairman Powelson had given to me and asked if I could move this ball forward. And I had the same comment last year. I was optimistic that we would bring this to the finish line and that we had a couple of wonderful champions in the legislature and still do today. Those champions last year, as I mentioned to you, were Senator Lisa Baker, who introduced the One Call bill that would transfer that enforcement responsibility to this commission. We also have Senator Baker that has introduced that bill again this year, and I'm delighted to report that it was voted out of committee earlier this week, and so we believe it's on its way. I also want to recognize Representative Matt Baker, who was very early on a champion of this particular matter, and he has now introduced a bill to do what I have explained to you in moving that responsibility to the commission 3 times. So I wanted to recognize them this morning for their continued effort to bring this to fruition. We're optimistic that this is the year. The One Call bill expired last year and that it was extended for 1 year, and that we're optimistic that this will be done this year and that hopefully next year at this time I'll have some good news to report to all of you. But thank you to my colleagues for their patience, and thank you to all of you for your time. And remember, before you dig, make sure you call the One Call system, make sure everybody is safe. So thank you again.